Good afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Great. Say what about you?
I'm also doing very well. Thank you for asking. So let's just start with the introduction. I would like you to introduce yourself, then I will introduce myself.
Yeah. So my name is Sandeep, and I come from Jharkhand. And currently, I'm working as a teacher in a private school. My major is accounts and finance, and my hobby is reading books.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is nice. Let me introduce myself now. I'm Abdul Qadir. I'm from Pakistan, and I'm an English literature graduate. I have just completed my graduation in it's been 20 to 25 days that I have completed my graduation. So now I'm looking for the jobs. So yeah, that is a very brief introduction about me. So tell me, you are a
You
teacher.
are
So you
you
want
are from Kazakhstan
Pakistan?
or Pakistan? Yeah, I'm from India.
Yeah, I know, like you just mentioned. So tell me that you are a teacher. So what kind of subjects are you're teaching?
I teach IT subject, computer science.
Oh, so like you have done majors in computer science. What was the
No.
qualification that you?
My major is accounts and finance, but I teach computer science in a private school. So actually, I have some certification degree in computer applications, AI technology. So even I have experience, knowledge.
Oh, so you did some kind of a course of this computer degree,
Yeah,
right?
right.
I have also done a course of computer like for 6 months. I did a course of computer operator, and I also have a degree in this area. So it is nice when you have multiple degrees of different skills like in computer. So would you like to tell me how did you get interested in speaking English? Like you are trying to have conversation. So what kind of things that motivated you to speak English?
Actually, my goal or my motto is to speak English fluently, confidently, because in India, in some area people they speak English like native because in South India, some are native speaker. But in my area, I am from eastern part of India, so in this area, rarely people speak English. And ultimately we have to speak one day because it is so necessary. If you don't speak, you face a lot of struggle in your job and whatever you do in your future. Even you want to go abroad for a study purpose, even for job purpose, you must know even not English, even you have to know the advanced English. So
Yeah, that is.
yeah, so that's I want to know everything in English, even whatever I see, movies, newspaper, magazine. I want to break the barrier because I am native in Hindi. So the same thing in Hindi I am very comfortable. The same thing I want to be very comfortable in English.
Yeah, that is very true, Sandeep. I totally agree with you that English is very necessary nowadays. Like it is very important. Like as you mentioned, that one day we have to speak English. Like especially our generation, the people like in our age, like people who are in their early 20s, they have to speak English because it is necessary nowadays. Even if you are going for any kind of a job, you are supposed to speak English, and especially when you are like exposed to any professional setting, professional background, then you have to speak English. So it is very necessary.
Yeah. So, so can you suggest the things, because I think I'm at intermediate level and I want to be advanced, even a mastery level, even fluent level. So I'm working on it. I'm focusing on my grammar and pronunciation. So any tips and
So you
tricks?
want the tips and tricks for you to become an advanced level speaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like even I am like I can say that I am in my initial phases of advanced level speaking because I have been intermediate level speaker for a long time. But I think now I am getting towards advanced speaking. And the things that I am doing is that I am watching movies, TV shows in English, and they are helping me a lot because I am getting a lot of vocabulary because they are native speakers. Their shows are I'm watching the shows of native English speakers, so I do get entertained by watching them, but simultaneously I get a lot of vocabulary and the way they speak. And I can see that, like, how they are pronounced, like how they are, pronouncing the words. Like if they are using new words, how they are pronouncing it. So I am, catching new words and like new vocabulary. I'm searching its meaning, and I'm trying to use those words while I'm speaking. You can become an advanced speaker. For me, an watch TV shows and movies, because when you watch TV show or movie, okay, basically you have to watch an native speakers TV shows and movies, basically Hollywood movies and series. This will help you to get new vocabulary, like you will also get to learn pronunciation as well, because they are native speakers, so they will pronounce words correctly. So you can catch a lot of new words from watching TV shows and movies, as well as you can catch phrases and idioms from that. So for me, an advanced speaker is someone who can speak fluently and confidently, as well as he or she is comfortable while speaking with a person. I simultaneously, he should be having huge variety of vocabulary, as well as huge knowledge about English idioms, phrases, proverbs, and everything. So this is the tip from my side to you, is that try watching web series and movies. This will help you a lot in.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, on daily basis, I focus to make conversation with the people. Even sometime I connect with a native speaker. Maybe they are from US and UK. So on daily basis, not on daily basis, but mostly I like to connect with native speaker. And on a week, I talk more than 2 or 3 times with native speaker. But when I talk with native speaker, I talk only casual things, because they are not gonna to rectify my errors. Just we are making casual conversation. So so yeah, and even I like to watch even I sometime I watch movies by suggested by some YouTubers, to be a beginner, to be at advanced level, or maybe intermediate level at first, which type of movie, or which movie, English movie, you have to consider and watch. So I try the same thing. I write the things. I have a diary where I try to write those things. But whenever I write those things, rarely we use in our daily communication. So it is the problem. Mostly we use basic words for making conversation with the people. Even for example, if I write any new words, and when I use those words in during conversation, people will not understand.
You have to use those words, like you have to practice. But when you use, people, yes, people will not understand, but people will definitely ask you what is the meaning of that word. Because if you won't use it, like people won't hear it. Like from this thing can happen, like if you are using the word, and the people you are talking to, he or she is not understanding the word, then he or she will definitely ask you what is the meaning of this word. So from you, another person can learn the word as well, and he or she can also use that word while they are speaking. This way you can, spread the words, new vocabulary, and make people habitual of using those words while they speak. So you should try using those, because we can't say that people won't understand, and in this fear we won't be able to use any new word, because we have to use any like new words. As you mentioned that one day we have to go abroad, or like so many people have the dream, so we should have the knowledge, we should have the vocabulary, because in abroad you can use any kind of word and people will understand, because they are native speakers, so they will understand anyhow. So make yourself habitual of using new words. Try to, note the words and try to use that word in sentences, and try to repeat those sentences, so it will, be like aimed in your mind. So whenever you will be speaking to someone, you automatically will be using that word while you speak. So try to use those words.
Yeah, yeah, it is really sounds good. And in grammar portion, what should I do?
Uh, Come again.
Yeah, in grammar portion, what should I do?
Okay, could you please elaborate what kind of difficulties you are facing in a grammar?
For example, I want to say something in different form. Casually or
Okay.
mostly, I use the same basic thing like using tense or using modals and suggestion. So mostly I talk the basic thing. But when I want to share my stories or some stories like that, so that time I can't express all the things confidently.
Okay.
For
Okay, I totally get.
for basic conversation, it's okay. If I want to talk with the people, casually talk, I can talk. But if you want to say something, if you want to share a story, some event, that time I face some issue.
Yeah, so basically, you want to say that whenever you are trying to explain some kind of a story, you are mixing up the set tenses. Like if there's an event is happened in past, you are like speaking in a present tense, something like that. Yeah, like you are mixing up tenses, right?
No,
Is it?
I don't face issue in tenses. Sometimes apart from tenses, I have to say something more or something else. I know tense is so important, but apart from tense, we have to use while making conversation a lot of grammatical rules.
Mhm. Yeah. So I want to tell you like what like see you must be knowing what kind of stories you want to convey, right? So you can do one thing, try to write that story in a journal and use different rules of grammar, because while you speak you don't remember the rules, you keep speaking, but in written form I think you know what are the rules. So you can just write the story that you think that people someday will ask you, right? So you can write that story of yours in different sentences that like you want to like say, and then you can read it. If when you read it, then it will be kept in your mind. So whenever someone asks you that story, you will automatically be speaking grammatically correct the way you are saying. So this is the only thing you can do about that. Like because what happens is that when someone asks us about our story, we tend to forget like grammatical, like, as you mentioned, grammatical rules, and we won't be able, we are not able to use conjunctions and proper sentences, something like that. But when we write it in a journal and we read it, then it will get saved in our memory. Like you can like recall your memory, and when you are speaking that story again, you will recall all those sentences grammatically correct. So you try to write it, try to read it, and when someone will ask you, you will completely and flawlessly speak on that story.
Yes, sure. We have to, first of all, we have to write. And when we write, mostly during writing, rarely we do mistake because we focus, we care, every grammatical rule while writing. In
Yeah.
speaking, we do some mistakes, but writing, rarely we do mistake. Even we do mistakes, so
Yes.
we realize that we are doing wrong. But in a speaking, it's okay. But yeah, so it will be better to just write and do the same thing. If you are going to be do if you are going to be deliver something new or something like a special thing, even you're not aware of that thing. For example, just I'm going to deliver a thoughts about the army or maybe about the about anything. So in army, how many equipments are the recruitment, how to recruit, if someone want to be, so what kind of post is and what is the qualification, and lot of after becoming army, what kind of things you have to do, in which post you will do, you will appoint. So first of all, I have to write in draft, maybe journal, and and I have to try to use. So during making this type of graph or journal, I learn a lot of new words because I'm not
Yeah.
from the army background. I'm a teacher, so I'm comfortable in teacher. And I know a lot of words related to education. So when I will choose new section, new field, so I will get a lot of new words.
Yeah, whenever you are writing, obviously, if you are writing for a new topic, as you mentioned about army, so you must not have the all the knowledge about army. Like you have the basic knowledge, then definitely you will research about it, and then definitely you will get a lot of new words, new vocabulary regarding that particular topic. So when you are writing it, you are also remembering it in your mind. Once you finish writing, try to read it 2 or 3 times again and again. This way it will get saved in your memory. Again, I'm saying this because once the thing is saved in your memory, whenever you are speaking to someone, it will automatically be recalling if you are speaking on that topic.
Yes, yes, sure. Yeah, I have to do. Actually, earlier I was doing, even I have do so, a lot of things like my daily routines and like motivation, consistency, how to make a effective daily routines that will help you to be a success. And like that, I have already created. Already I've written in my diary. So yeah, I'm working on it, and really, if I write all anything, and when I have to talk on that topic, then I can talk a lot of things without hesitation, because already I have no no enough vocabs, and yeah.
Yeah, you must be having all the knowledge, then you won't be feeling any kind of hesitation. Because same thing I do as well, because nowadays I see there are so many trending topics, like there is AI nowadays, chat GPT is blooming and like making a noise on internet, like it has set internet on fire, because we get a lot of research, we get a lot of knowledge from chat gpt. So I have done a lot of research on chat gpt as well. Now if someone asks me what is chat gpt, I will easily answer them without any hesitation, because I have all the vocabulary regarding their topic. So I do this, like I research a lot about trending topics. So this helps me a lot now, because when you research about trending topics that nowadays people are using a lot, it will come in handy. Because if you are going for any job interview, they what I have noticed, like from the people who have already gone through any interview, they always tell me that the interviewers always ask them about recent topics that are trending. So it would be good if we have the knowledge about recent topics, we will easily be giving them answers with a different variety of words, vocabulary.
Yes, sure, it is good. And even sometime we have to practice conversation. Conversation means you different kind of scenario and situation. For example, if I have gone to, a restaurant for dinner, so how to talk on that situation, how to, uh, you know, order the food or whatever in billing counter, everything, how to deal in such type of situation. Even when I have gone to, any kind of shop, and I have purchased some product, and using that product I get affected in my body. So how to deal and how to get compensation. So there is a kind of the conversation where you have to learn, and need to be talk confidently, then only you will get overcome that
Yeah.
situation. And maybe in future I will get some type of situation. So how can I talk? So first of all we have to try.
Yeah, we have to try. And the situation that you're talking about is called role play. Actually, I have never done that thing. Like, I really wanted to do sometime in a conversation, the role play thing, like becoming a waiter or manager of a hotel and something like that. I really wish to do it, because I have seen some of the videos where people are also doing these role play things, and sometimes they become teachers